Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Drew, and who am I? I'm really just a guy that fell in love with leadership and motivation and really like to talk a lot. So I thought this would make a really good idea. So that's kind of why I started this channel, was to talk about things related to leadership and becoming leaders and finding things to be motivated and passionate about. Right, so developing this 10 or 12, not even putting a number on it, series where we're identifying words, right? Think we can all connect with words and words being powerful and words having meaning. Well, how does that relate to you as a leader or an emerging leader or professional in your industry? So today we're going to talk about goals and the value of goals. So as we get started, come take a walk with me. All right, guys, so goals. Why are goals important? Well, goals give us kind of the end of the tunnel to shoot for, right? Identify the path that we're taking. And I'll tell you, as somebody who, growing up, I didn't have a whole lot of goals. My goals growing up in the Mississippi Delta were pretty simple. Play football. That was it. Seriously. Play football, go to college, get a scholarship, let ball pay for my education, and maybe if I was just good enough, maybe have some sights set on playing professionally. I was all right. I wasn't that great. So I don't know how well that would have worked out, but I still had that goal. Well, guys, in 2002, I suffered a massive head injury. I got into a fight. Some bad things happened. Some dumb decisions were made. I ended up in the hospital, spent 3 days in ICU, spent 14 total days in the hospital, functioned on a 6th grade math level coming out of the hospital. I was a 4.0 college student, was a high B high school student, really worked on that in college. So yeah, my life, to say it, got, as Will Smith would say, got flipped, turned upside down. It was crazy. So my goals had to change because football was no longer an option. So goals coming out of the hospital were extremely important to me in keeping me motivated to not use a head injury as an excuse to not be successful. Right? Let that sink in for a minute. There's a lot of folks that have had tragedy happen in their life, and it is so sad. My heart breaks. I hope you never have to experience that. Right? But it's easy to use that as an excuse to not go to class, to not wake up in the morning, to not go out for a walk, right? So you feel sorry for yourself and you want other people to feel sorry for you. That's your intention. That's your goal, although it's not identified as your goal. So I set some goals for me coming out of the hospital that I thought were pretty lofty, right? I wanted to get a degree. I want to get a master's degree. I functioned on a 6th grade math level, and I wanted to shoot for a master's. Guys, it took me a bit, but I got it. I had some financial goals I wanted to meet. All this before I was 40. At 31 years old, I met every goal that I set coming out of the hospital at 19. Right? It took me some time, but I exceeded my expectation and I met my goal. So goals are valuable. Goals are important. Goals are what are going to keep you motivated and keep you pushing. So set some goals, guys. Set some that are attainable. Folks will tell you attainable goals have to be set to keep you stepping in the right direction. I don't disagree with that. Do that. Set some goals that are going to make you stretch your legs, though. If you're stepping with attainable goals, you need goals that are going to make you stretch and sprint on that stretch. Long term is what we're looking for, long-term success. Goals are going to help you get there. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Next week, I don't know what word we're going to talk about yet, but it's going to be a good one. Guys, thanks for taking a walk with me.